It has been an electrifying couple of days here at the DNC, but perhaps no moments more electrifying than when the Obamas took to the stage. Aside, I will say, from the first time Kamala Harris took to the stage at the very beginning of Monday's speeches, there was a rapturous applause when Michelle Obama, the former First Lady, took to the stage. I was down on the floor that you can see behind me, surrounded by the delegates, and the noise genuinely was deafening, and it echoed all the way around the arena. She gave a very passionate speech and humanized the woman that she has known for 20 years, Kamala Harris, and also spoke more about America at large. It was a very rousing speech from Michelle Obama, and the atmosphere that culminated through to the end of that speech was then carried over as she introduced her husband, the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, onto the stage to an even greater round of applause. I was on the floor behind me once again as that started, and the chant of Obama, Obama rang out for quite some time surrounding where I was. And then we moved back to this position to watch the rest of the speech, and the atmosphere here among the press and other volunteers who have given their time to this DNC was also electrifying. People standing up, clamoring. It really was quite something to behold. You can see now, I've seen it firsthand, and you've heard these stories about how Barack Obama is arguably the greatest living orator that the Democratic Party has to offer, and it must be said that was what the Democrats were hoping for on this evening, as they were looking to pivot away from the history that Joe Biden and the legacy that Joe Biden gave them, and then move on to the future, looking forward to the nomination of Kamala Harris and what they hope will be the victory in November.
Fraser Jackson, our correspondent, who's standing by for us following the Democratic National Convention for us there. Thank you so much for that update. We're gonna go back and have a little bit of a recap and listen to what former U.S. President Barack Obama had been saying.
We have a chance to elect someone who has spent her entire life trying to give people the same chances America gave her. Someone who sees you and hears you and will get up every single day and fight for you. The next president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris.
The energy, the exhilaration of once again being on the cusp of a brighter day. The chance to vanquish the demons of fear, division, and hate that have consumed us and continue pursuing the unfinished promise of this great nation, the dream that our parents and grandparents fought and died and sacrificed for. America, hope is making a comeback. Of the two major candidates in this race, only Kamala Harris truly understands the unseen labor and unwavering commitment that has always made America great. That's why we must do everything in our power to elect two of those good, big-hearted people. There is no other choice than Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. No other choice.
Fraser, we were just hearing some of the parts of the speech from the Obamas. Give us a taste of some of the highlights from the speeches we just heard.
That was an incredible speech by Michelle Obama, and when Barack took to the stage, he said, how am I meant to follow that? And I must be said, that was something that I think was on the minds of a lot of my fellow journalists around me here. But Barack Obama started his speech by talking about Joe Biden. He said, "I'm proud to have called him my president and even prouder to have called him my friend." But then the line that everybody was really waiting for, but now the torch has passed, signaling the shift away from recognizing Joe Biden and moving on to Kamala Harris. He went back over Kamala Harris's record from the time that she supported him when he was running for Senate office here in Illinois, also through his 2008 presidential campaign, and then her time as AG of California when he was also in office as president as well. He drew parallels between her and Donald Trump, saying that she wouldn't focus on her own problems, she'll be focused on yours. And when people started booing at the mention of the name Donald Trump, he said, "Don't boo, vote." He said, "We do not need 4 more years of bluster and chaos. We've seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse." He also touched on Tim Walz as well, humanizing him, talking about his somewhat questionable fashion senses at certain times. There was a great deal of humor sprinkled throughout the speech, and he also touched on some of the policy things that Kamala Harris is going to put forward. Of course, we're waiting to see how she fleshes those policies out once the DNC is over and we move on to the remaining 70-odd days of the campaign that's left. So still more to be said here, another 2 days worth of questions and 2 days worth of speeches here at the DNC. We are going to be seeing Tim Walz on Wednesday officially accepting the nomination for vice president on the Democratic ticket. And there's also some big celebrities will be giving some musical appearances. And I think I should stop saying that before I get in trouble with the White House.
Thank you so much there. That's Fraser Jackson, our correspondent, who is in Chicago following the Democratic National Convention for us. Thank you.